Welcome to Ten Sisters TV. I'm Carmen Geddes, and today I'm going to show you how we fuse easy piecing panels together. Okay, when I talk about fusing panels together, let me show you an example. So this is a section of our small sampler quilt. So I have ironed all the squares and half square triangles down on this one section. And so what I want to do is I want to just eliminate the pinning. If I sewed this all up and then I sewed this next panel all up, then we would just be pinning them together after they were sewn up. But I just want to show you an option. This is just an option. You don't have to do this. But what I've done is I've ironed all the squares and half square triangles on this panel, and you see how I just continued on. So this is supposed to go next to this one. And on this panel I've left a little lip, just a little over a 1/4 inch thick. I would say anywhere from a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch extra. This is extra fusible that is left over on this panel. On this one, the foundation is trimmed right up next to the fabric, so we want this one trimmed up next to the fabric. I'm going to line these two up. So I am going to be going from right to left with my little iron. Now when you line up the two panels, my cutting might not be perfect, so I'm not matching up my fabric squares. What I'm matching up are the little dotted lines and the little tick marks that define the foundation. And so I usually have my little travel iron just right nearby, and I just go a little bit at a time. So I've lined that up, and I'm going to come to the next one, line that up, and I'm going to just fuse these two panels together. And what I'm doing is I'm eliminating the pinning between these two panels now. So what I like to suggest is basically whatever size you feel like you can manage, there is no pinning. So by ironing these two sections together, we've just eliminated the pinning between the two. Now just real quickly, if I sew all the we'll call this the vertical lines. If I sew all the vertical seams on this panel, it's going to scrunch it up and make it smaller. I could do the same on this one. As long as I do not sew these horizontal seams, I can still fuse these two together. But once that cross seam has been sewn, then you cannot fuse them. So if I did want to fuse these together, I might sew the vertical seams to scrunch it up a little bit, make it a little bit more manageable. But anyway, I will go to great lengths to not pin. I want to just show you one other quick example of fusing two panels together. This is a section of our Boston Commons quilt that we're working on. Now the Boston Commons is using these long border panels, but this same technique applies to any time you want to fuse a couple of panels together. So what I've done on this one is the fabric was already trimmed right next to the fabric, and I did not leave a little lip. Either I didn't have one or I just forgot and I trimmed it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one. So out of the foundation, just some of my leftover, I am cutting a strip that is the length that I want it to be. And then this width of this is about a little over 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 inch. So we're going to lay it on one side, and so that the panel is laying about halfway over that. Okay, and then we're going to just match up the other side. Again, matching up those dotted lines that define the foundation. So then I can just bring the iron over here and press that. These are going to be fused together. I just want to give you one other option. The other option would be the glue stick. And so the glue stick, I should have used a purple one so you could see it, but you could just do a little line of the glue stick on the one side. It's easier to lay the strip down and then set this on top of it. And let's just make sure there's some on this other side. Pretend this is purple so you can see it. You want to make sure it is the washable school glue. And then you are going to match those up, lay that down. You could just let this air dry, but I really like to heat set it with the iron, and then I know that it is set, it's not going anywhere. But that is another way to fuse two panels together. So I hope that helps. And to eliminate pinning, I need a little flashing button that says no pinning. So thanks for coming and watching this demo. Click on like if you like the video. We welcome you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's a link in the description to our website, tensisters.com, and we hope to see you again soon.